What does "you are the garden you cultivate" mean in our world today?
The garden. When we think about the garden, it takes us back to the first time, the Garden of Eden. We think about a state that says, here I'm at peace. Here I can feel innocent and feel alive. And that sounds almost impossible in this world, because this world is so chaotic, it's so full of demands, it takes our time. So when I say we are the garden that we cultivate, I'm really talking about the nature of how we approach life. Meaning, do we approach it as a critic or as a gardener? The gardener realizes that I have to plant a seed. I can't expect that seed to grow immediately. It demands my attention. I must water it. I must care for it. I must allow it to grow. And I must pay attention to what it tells me as it grows. And this helps us understand the nature of why the soul is often thought of as a garden. We cannot garden the world's soul. It is too large. It is too vast. But we can garden the soul of our own unique lives, our own unique inner self and heart. But for that we have to say, at least here, let me do these things. At least here, let me honor the fact that I can plant a seed, that I can watch it grow, that I can take the weeds out when it needs to be weeded. Because I'm not trying to grow a garden into my neighbor's home. I'm actually using my home as the place to grow my garden, where I love, where I live. And this is the power that is given to each individual, which is the power of their own life. And the question they're asked, will you approach your life as a gardener or as a critic? Will you blame the world and be certain of why all of your hatreds are justified? Because you will live in a very sad and very isolated world, because that's the worldview you hold about others. But I'll tell you, a gardener that plants, and I don't mean this even literally, I mean anyone who says, I grow from the conditions not of always comfort, always a sense of bliss, but these are the weather conditions that teach me I must attend to all qualities and conditions. The garden allows me to see myself not as one season, but as many seasons. And so as we look for a metaphor of who we are, if we want to know what the human soul is, I truly believe it is that we are each gardens. We are given a plot of land called our body and our heart and our soul. We are asked one question: will you grow something, or will you deny what you love and therefore not grow anything? You cannot love the world, it is too large, but you can love your place in the world, which might be small, but like a tree, it can trust that its roots are meant to be here, not there. And so that's what I feel, that we are the gardens that we cultivate. So let us cultivate our story, at least where we love, and stop trying to cultivate the garden of the world, but bring our small gardens to the world. And you know what? Like a wonderful farmer's market, we'll get together and go, I really like what you've grown. Thank you.